What's up, Bubbas and Buzz? Today, we're gonna see if we can't play some Activision games, dude. Like this one right here, Barnstorming. Pretty good option, huh? Well, let's see. There we go. All right, dude. Yeah, bro, today we're gonna play some dang blasted games. All right, you guys ever heard of them? I haven't either. So we're gonna do that. Everybody's gonna be cordial and corral and all that kind of stuff. I think I like to like that a little bit better. All right. So I heard if you get under 33 seconds in this game and send proof to Activision, they give you a patch. So I think I might try to go for that here. I doubt we'll get anywhere close, but there's always a chance. I just want to kind of like get a baseline for how we're doing here. Oh yeah. It's almost like a freaking speed run, dude. You gotta not hit anything to get under 33 seconds. Oh, we still have one more left. All right, we got 40. Not too bad to start. If the goal is under 33, I feel like we might be able to do it. It's strange, like a lot of the contests, they don't even like specify whether it's supposed to be on hard or easy mode. All right. Okay, come on now. What's up, Apple Bowl Games? How are you doing, Bo? Welcome aboard the stream. Thanks for the like. Thanks for the other like as well. What's up, Dolores? How you doing, Bo? Today, we're going for the original challenge of going for the Activision patch for this game. The goal is under 33 seconds. So we'll see if we can get even close. What's up, Jacob? I appreciate that. Thanks, man. It is the Atari 2600. That is what we're playing today. All right. And our goal is 33 seconds. We got to get through 10 barns. And the goal is not to run into anything because that really slows us down. Dang. Come on now. Come on. Okay, we got down to 35.76 now. What's up, Bowie? Yeah, this is basically like the first version of Flappy Bird there ever was. And there are birds involved as well, and you can hurt them if you want to. So, we're getting pretty close to that patch, you guys. Even though they're probably all out. Probably ran out 40 years ago. But no, we got to be oblivious to what year it is, you guys. We got to make sure we know it's something else. Oh boy. Come on. Dang it, dude. We got 34.94 that time. This is the Atari 2600, Bowie. The Atari 2600. Yes, indeedly, doodly ba. All right, so basically, what we have to do is just keep our hand on the throttle at all times. And don't run into literally anything. Not even birds. Nothing. No windmills. No birds. That is how we get the record, you guys. What's up, Rosa? Glad you have chosen to think with us. We're all thinkers as well, okay? So welcome aboard. Dude, you guys have really been killing it here recently. We just hit 200,000 views. And you guys have been really fucking killing it. So I appreciate you guys, each and every one of yous. All right, dude. We like herding the birds on the side. Even though it slows us down, it's still a fun part of the game, dude. But it makes me wonder if like the bird arrangements and stuff are random. Because that might be the only way we could get sub 33. So basically how they would check is you would send a picture of your screen to Activision through the mail, and then that's how they'd confirm it. Because like how else would you be able to get that on your screen that says 33 seconds, you know, or less than that, I guess. But yeah, there's some Nintendo competitions that were like that, and it had like instructions on how to take a good picture of your television set. I believe Activision had this kind of competition for pretty much every single game they came out with. And they had different patches for each one. There are some other companies that did that as well. Like I know there's some Atari games, like Atari made games that they made in-house. I also had some competitions like that. Right, but that's all part of the fun, Sonax. I mean, if you had the money to drop a band on an Atari 2600 and some games back then, you know, the equivalent of today, then you probably had some money to take a picture, you know? Most likely, unless you get, you know, unless you went completely bankrupt buying your Atari VCS. There's always that opportunity. And I've been taking it, actually. Believe it or not. It's a good opportunity to take. I love how our biplane is just thin enough to like squeeze between the bird layers and junk. It makes it very strategic. What do we get down to? Like, I think 35, 34 and change was our best time. All right, here we go. All right, might as well reset now. I'm not going to play like that the whole time, but I mean, if I hit the first freaking barn, that's just crazy. See, this is why I like easy mode, because all the barns have vaulted ceilings. You don't have to worry about running into them, Bo. A little bit more leeway for, you know, room for error and junk. You don't want to show off too much, because then you'll end up hitting the ceiling anyway, like I just did. You can even run into like the little bird wind directional chime thing on top of the barn, which I don't think would really stop you dead in your tracks. But no, dude, this has got to be one of my favorite Atari 2600 games. Just because of like the humor of it, like the different sounds. I mean, what other game can you get in like 15 plane crashes in one day and not even be fazed by it? This guy's a real badass. Ooh, 33.92. Holy shit. Okay, let me look in my book real quick and make sure it's not 33. Because I thought it was sub 33 is what they're looking for. Alright, I don't have the manual, but I do have this fancy little book here. Let me see, barnstorming. Here it is. Below 33.3 seconds. So, dude, we have just like barely anything to cut off at this point. That's pretty good. Even if we get a solid 33, that still counts. But we are on easy mode and also using the Genesis controller, so I don't know how cheaty that is to you guys, but it's pretty cheaty. Dang. Dude, who else of you guys just likes to veg out and play some 2600, dude? It's like one of my most favorite pastimes. Vegging out in general as well. It makes it feel like it's the weekend even when it's not. 34, not too bad. That's almost our best time. Dang, dude. I gotta prepare myself better for that. I'm really beginning to wonder if these scenarios are randomized or not. Because if they're predictable, I might be able to use that to my advantage. See, I was watching Metal Jesus Rocks. He was doing a video about Berserk. And he was saying the screens on that game are randomized. And I've never really thought of it that way. Like, are they really randomized? Because it seems like a lot of times when I play that game, the screens look the same as they normally would. It makes me want to draw a map of that game and see if it's the same every time to debunk that. Because I want to know as much as you guys do. Is Metal Jesus actually trustworthy as a John? Come on now. Come on. Okay, so it's normally 3 windmills before the last barn. I think it's been like that every single time. So I remember the last time we started, it's a windmill first, and then you drop down and there's a barn right after that. So let's see. Yep. Dang. So yeah, I think they are predetermined. But are the birds randomized? That's a good question. Because there's a good chance they are. But I mean, how randomized can birds even be? That time it was different. There was 2 barns in a row right at the end. Normally it's a windmill right before the last barn. So yeah, it is randomized to an extent. But is there a way to predict what's coming next? Like, is there ever going to be a barn in front of a blank space? We're resetting after that. Yeah, maybe there's like a certain set amount of different layouts. Seems like a cop-out, but at the same time, it's the VCS we're talking about here. Dude, this game is so fun. There are barns after empty spaces. All right, dude. Dang. We're doing good, too. I gotta quit being so cocky. All right, dude, Bo. Dang it. So I feel like playing it safe and going like right in the center of the barns is always good. But you really have to learn how to learn spatial awareness on the upper end of the screen. Come on, barn. All right. Did pretty good that time. I think the sub 33 1/3 might not be a perfect game. I think there might be a little bit of wiggle room. Like you might be able to hit 2 birds or something. Or maybe not, I don't know. Maybe just 1 bird. $34.14. I think that might be our new best. And I think we hit what, 3 birds? don't think we ever had a full stop though. Dude, that was really good. Holy shit. That's like 0.5 seconds off. Okay. Dang it. It's crazy, like sometimes I'll subconsciously like lift my feet up when I'm going over the windmills, because it's always like a tight fit. I wish like we had like retractable landing gear or something. That'd be really nice. Come on now. Close. Oh, come on. All right, dude. Yeah, this is definitely not the run, is it? Well, we're doing consistently good. This is basically how you beat Atari games back in the day. It's like you'd look in the manual and there'd be like some sort of contest where you'd be able to get a patch if you got a certain score. That's what it's all about, dude. Bro, I wonder if anybody has like a full collection of Activision patches. That'd be really cool. Just like put them all on a vest. So if anybody doesn't understand the premise of this game, basically, you start with the number 10 up top, and you gotta go through 10 barns in order to beat the game. And your score is your time, basically. And the birds are just there to slow you down and make you laugh as well. which they do their job in a very nice fashion. I always try to be extra polite with the birds, you know? It's always a good notion to have. Dang it. I wouldn't have made it anyway. I gotta make sure that I'm always in the back of my head looking at the bird arrangements up top. That's what makes it tough, dude. It's like you want to avoid the birds, but then at the same time you might miss a barn, and then your whole run is screwed, basically. It's almost like you want to stay on the bottom half unless you absolutely have to. Anybody have this game as a kid? I don't think I had this as a kid. If I would have, it would have been like 10 years ago. Yeah, because I got my Atari when I was 12. I forget if I got it for birthday or Christmas. But I got it with the Telegame Center, dude. That thing was so nice. What's up, Larry? You have a Telegame Center, Larry? Or one of them Atari prop boxes? It's basically like one of those one-up arcade risers, but for Atari machines, dude. That's basically what they are. Now that I think about it. No, I'm not saying you were. I'm just wondering if you have one currently, or if you ever have, I guess. Because I know you collect Atari. You've told me before. I've got more than 128 bytes of memory, Larry, okay? I can recount things, you know? Dang it, dude. Started out with NES, then went to N64, and then PS2 and Xbox, Zachary. That wasn't the question, though, Larry. I was wondering if you had one of them dang blasted Telegame Centers, dude. You know the ones that you, like, put your Atari in, and it's like a box with, like, a tinted plastic cover on it. And it's got, like, faux wood on the front. And you can store, like, 20-something games in there. I think 27. It's got a spot for manuals and controllers. Dude, you got to get one, Larry. You can probably find one on Marketplace for like $10. Now, you might not get it with the lid at $10, but you still might be able to get one. I just think they're so cool, dude. Makes your Atari look like a piece of furniture. The Atari 2600 is too primitive? Then why do you collect for it, Larry? Do you like to torture yourself? No, I think it's great, dude. I mean, you had to start somewhere. Like, give him a chance, Larry Bo. Like, you gotta think back when the 2600 came out, 1977, people were playing Pong in the arcades. This was meant to be a Pong console, Larry. Came out with like Pong and Blackjack and stuff like that. Like, comparatively, this game is like freaking PS5 level. Larry says, I don't I have not found any games worth picking. Huh? Okay, let me read that again. Larry says, I don't, period. I have not found any games worth picking up for it. Why are you asking me, Larry? I don't know what games you're picking up. For fuck's sake. No, I'm just messing with you, Bo. But I don't understand. Bro, I'm starting to wonder if you got more than 128 bytes of memory, Larry. I think that's the third time you've asked me that question. There was one time, I think it was like, I don't know if I was streaming Zelda or like Mario or something, and you asked me if I like pizza and pop, and I answered you. And then the other day you asked me if I like pizza while I was playing Pac-Man Jr., and now you're asking me again today. Yeah, it's changed since last week. I don't really like pizza anymore. Pizza sucks now. Larry says, I don't see games out in the wild for Atari 2600 except for if I go to Mr. Deals. Dude, Mr. Deals must be the only video game store around, because any place that doesn't have Atari 2600, can you really count them as a video game store at that point? I don't think so. It's up for debate, but I don't know, dude. The debate's gonna close here after a couple seconds. Dude, if I make this high score while I'm like bullshitting with Larry, I might have a cow myself. Bro. That's our new PB though. 33.75. Dude, Larry, the problem is you gotta give yourself enough chance to get immersed in the Atari 2600, dude. Okay? If you just pop something in and play it for 5 minutes, you're not getting the true experience of it. You gotta let it meld into your cerebro, dude. It's the only way. That, and if you're only playing the games for 5 minutes, you're not like switching the game selection switch around, and you're not seeing what all the games have to offer, dude. Bro, I seriously think it has to be a perfect game to get sub 33.3. Larry says, I love pizza. I can tell, dude. You talk about it like all the time. Larry says, where I'm from, there's GameStop, and we also have Pastime Legends and Mr. Deals and J Street Games M. But GameStop has no retro games. You don't say, Larry. This is the first time I've noticed that. J Street Video Games has no Atari 2600 that I see, and Mr. Deals. Mr. Deals what? What is he dealing out there, Larry? We're gonna have to call the cops on him, dude. It must be the thing of like, you guys hear how like most of the US currency has some sort of concentration of cocaine in it? I feel I feel like the Atari games have been around for so long that must be the case as well. Since he's the only one selling Atari games, that would make sense. Because he is Mr. Deals. Larry says, has some, and Pastime... What? Pastime Legends has some. Oh, you're finishing your sentence from the last comment. I get it now. Doesn't that use more minutes, Larry, on your phone? You might want to look into that. It has some, but they shut down their Lark Street location. Lark Street, that's interesting. And they have one in Troy. I think I've heard of Troy, New York. But there is too far to get to. J Street Video Games is in the mall, and so is GameStop. Dude, we haven't had a GameStop in our mall for I don't know how long. So consider yourself unlucky, Larry. Do you guys have more than 2 restaurants per mall where you live, Larry? I feel like there's not enough around here, dude. It's always just like some generic Chinese restaurant and their chicken doesn't taste quite right. It's always like really tough. You know, when you go to like a really cheap Chinese restaurant, their chicken's tough to chew. That's when you know you've really gone to a real shit place. Another determining factor is what they call their cheese-filled empanadas. Whether they call them crab rangoons or cheese wontons. That's a real determining factor as well. Dude, we sucked that time. Why did we take so long? Okay, anyway. Larry says GameStop has no retro games. I had to reread that comment because I thought I already read that, which I did. So that makes 3 times I've read that now. And J Street Video Games, they have some retro games, but they started selling Pokemon cards and Yu-Gi-Oh cards, period, plus video games, period. But less games than before when they started. Dude, I'm sorry. I'm having trouble following what you're saying here, Larry. He says selling cards and not just video games. And at one point, J Street Video Games had comic books. Yeah. You see, the game store I used to go to 15. That's why we sucked last time. Here, hold on. Okay, let's try it again. But no, the old video game store I used to always go to, the one that was never open. You remember that one, right, Larry? They're never open on time, I should say. It was normally like 5 or 6 hours after opening time that they would finally open. Like an hour before closing, basically. But yeah, they had a comic book store like right next door. And I literally never went in there, even though I was like sitting out on my car for hours on end waiting on that other place to open. I debated it a couple times. I'm like, I mean, if they had video games there for sure, and I knew that before going in there, it'd be worth it. But if I went in there thinking they might and they don't, that'd totally be a bummer, dude. Larry says, well, the closest restaurants are on Central Avenue where I'm from. So you live in Central Avenue. Dude, no wonder your freaking address gets leaked so often, bub. You gotta be more careful than that. They have Gateway Diner, Chipotle's, then in Hannaford's Plaza, Brugger's. Brugger's, what's that? Is that like beer burgers or something? Bagels shut down. And they opened up a Five Guys over there, tea. Yeah, I like tea. Tea's good. What is this conversation devolved into, Larry? That's what I want to know. This is getting kind of nuts. Dang it, dude. That wasn't too bad. They also have a Chinese restaurant there and a Subway M down on Quail Street. You can go to a pizza spot, Chinese food, Ichiban, and the corner store over there makes food. Ralph's Tavern is on Fuller Road. They good if you like Italian food. Okay. I correct you on the whole Chinese being Ichiban thing. But back when I was learning Japanese, I like called around to some Japanese restaurants and tried to speak to them in Japanese, but there's no Japanese people there. Or no Japanese speakers, I should say. So you might be more right than most people would be, Larry. Now, whether that's accidental or not, I don't know, but we'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Ralph's Tavern is on Fuller Road. Oh, I already read that. Never mind. What's your favorite kind of Italian food other than pizza, Larry? Do you like calzones? Dude, calzones are the shit. If Colonies, they have restaurants there, but you gotta drive down or take a bus there, Zachary. You feel me, Zachary? You understand me, Zachary? Do you get me, Zachary? Can you hear what I'm saying, Zachary? Are you smelling what I'm stepping in, Zachary? Yes. You like triple deckers? What's that? That sounds like a personal problem, Larry. Dang it, dude. I feel like if that was real life, my wheel would have just turned and I would have been perfectly fine. Because that's how close we were to not hitting it. So we were close in a far away kind of way. Bro. This is why it's so much of a challenge, dude. They don't want to just hand out patches to any old John. This is like really difficult. No, it's red X out emoji. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Ralph's Tavern make good triple deckers. You get them with either turkey, roast beef, ham, or cheeseburger. They might also have pastrami triple deckers. So it's basically like a Big Mac with an extra layer in it, is what you're saying. But they sell Italian food? What kind of Italian food has turkey, roast beef, ham, or cheeseburger? That sounds more like, what is that, Cracker Barrel? That's what that sounds like to me. It doesn't sound like an Italian restaurant. So you're telling me you live in New York and that's the only Italian restaurant you can think of? Are you serious? Bro. I live in BFE and there's probably like 12 Italian restaurants that I could go to at any given time. They're all open 24 hours a day. All right, you can get your fix of whatever you want, no matter when you're getting there, dude. Now, if we're including pizza joints, that bumps it up to about 50. But I mean, are we counting pizza joints as authentic Italian? I mean, there's some that are and some that aren't, for sure. But where do you draw the line? Come on. Give it to me, Barnbow. Nope. All right, let's see. Triple deckers, they have 3 pieces of bread with the works, animal style, with a shimmy and a squeeze, 4x4 axle grease, make it cry, burn it, and make it swim. Sounds like a good combination, Larry. They give you 4 of them? Holy crap. How much are they charging for those? It sounds like a freaking One of those like competitions where you eat all of it and they give it to you for free and a t-shirt on top of it. All right. Dang it, dude. Yeah, no, Larry, I was just joking about the 24 hours thing. That actually wasn't for real. I was just joking about that. They just changed their hours. Oh, I got you. So it's like they got a bar there or something. Like some bartenders hang out or whatever. Dude, you're making me hungry, Larry. Fuck. All I've ate is breakfast all day. Thanks a lot. No, I probably really should get something to eat though. At some point. Oh, dang it, Dale. I want to check something real quick, Larry. I should have called this the 690 subscriber special because we did a 69 subscriber special. This is kind of close to that. So I feel like we're doing pretty dang good. Let's see what we're at. 691. Thank you for the sub, dude. I appreciate that. I will take one request. One, okay? And now if you request something I don't have, I'll give you another chance. But we're taking one request, we're going to play it, and then I'm hopping off. I'm going to eat food because I've only had breakfast today. Well, yeah, what do you guys think? What do you want to see me play? All right, I've got Atari hooked up. I've got Sega Master System, Sega Genesis, Nintendo, TurboGrafx 16. Dude, Olive Garden doesn't count, Larry. All they've got is olives and lettuce there. That is all. No, I remember the one time this waiter gave me the attitude when I was a kid because I was asking him for like some cottage cheese or something because I was going to get like, I don't know, something that went well with cottage cheese. He was like, soup or salad? So yeah, he was pretty nice. Oh, you want me to play Frogger? Okay, I can do that. Would you rather me play Frogger or Freeway? Because Freeway is basically Frogger. I almost kind of like Freeway better. Because of the sound effects. The sound effects are really good on Freeway. All right, we'll play some Frogger, Larry. It's still Italian food? Yeah, it's true. No matter how rude they are to you, it's still Italian food. Yeah, there are differences in them. What? Screw you. Come on, bah. We're dead. Like 15 times over. Here, let's start over now. How did I still get 20 points from that? Oh, come on. I must really suck at this game. Huh? Why did you suggest this game, Larry? I need to know. I've never been the biggest fan of Frogger, but I mean, it's whatever. Huh? Really, bro? What's up, Sonic? Looks like another horror game. What was the other game you were calling a horror game? What was it? Junior Pac-Man? Imagine there was a monster chasing you in this game and the music is silent. That would really be something, huh? It really would. There we go. I just got the hardest spot to fill in left. Oh, come on, Bo. Oh, great. Now there's something in there. Oh, come on. That looks more difficult, I think, right? More traffic. All right, dude. We're gonna die like immediately. I hate to say I called it because I can influence that as well. Like, there's always such a thing as just dying on purpose. All right, well, that was Frogger. Thank you guys for tuning in and appreciate it. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button if you enjoyed, dude. Okay? Sorry for the short stream today. I had a lot of fucking programming homework to do. But yeah, anyway. Appreciate you guys joining in. I want to go eat lunch now. Okay? So we'll see you next time.